Why am I so far down on the screen? What the fuck? Let's fix that. There we go. Okay, I'm getting the game open. I wasn't gonna do a game today, but the stream is dead on launch, so we'll just get the game open. I was just gonna do a chatting stream, but there's no one here, so you know what? Just how it is, eh? Boop. There we go. Hello, Kraz. How you doing? I was gonna do a just chatting stream, but like we're 10 minutes in, and there was like no one here. In fact, there is no one here except for me and you right now. So you know what that means? I gotta pull open the old faithful. Hello, Dino. Welcome in, and little DeAndre. Yeah, you know, I like just chatting streams. Like, when there's no one here, what are you gonna do about it, right? What am I gonna chat at? The wall? If my wife joins me in a bit, I don't know if she can or if she will. But if she does, then we'll go back to a just chatting stream. But for now, better than yesterday. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear you're doing better than yesterday, my friend. It's still basically just chatting stream, and I'm playing Chrono Story while doing it. You know? Of course. Friday night's also not a bad night to do Chrono Story, because there's a lot of players online when that happens. Oh, hey, I didn't even put this on. That's just for you, Kraz. The good shit? Yeah, that's right. What other shit we got but the good shit? Am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? Chat is broken whenever whenever everyone says anything. It says 3. That's weird. I'm right. Of course. I'm always right. What are we talking about here? Of course. Of course. Will I be able to stomach a 3-hour stream of Chrono Story? I don't know. If we got a lot of people chatting, maybe. Maybe we got a lot of people chatting. We'll see. Woke up feeling miserable, of course. Didn't want to get up. Yeah, of course. Like that's understandable. That's how breakups will be, even if it's just that kind of breakup. And you know, it never feels good, man. It never feels good. I'm in the fortunate neighborhood where I've never had to I've never been broken up with. I've only ever been the one to break up with anyone. So, and only twice. It never feels good. Like I don't like hurting people. And better though, I've been talking with him, and you guess knowing that we're still together kind of helped you. Yeah, I mean like you're friends, of course. Of course, it's understandable. He probably wasn't in the right headspace for something committed and something where he's kind of responsible for the well-being of someone else, and he'd rather stay friends, and that's perfectly reasonable and unfortunate, but understandable. Unfortunate but understandable, and I'm glad you're an understandable person, and also for that kind of, you know what I mean, and in a good headspace in general where you wouldn't want to do anything drastic after something like that happening. You know, glad to see you're doing well at least, or more well, better, decent. Just let me know if you need me to start talking at you like Ralsei. I could do that. I can get into that soft headspace just fine. Just let me know. Go full Ralsei on you if you want, instead of the nerd that I am. Thank you, Toothpaste Merps. Of course. Anytime. I have to think about what I say when I'm speaking like Ralsei. Otherwise, I stutter, and Ralsei doesn't stutter. I mean, he does when he's really upset. But besides that, my wife and I went to the we went on a date night. We got paid. We went to the date night. We went and got Texas Roadhouse for dinner. And as usual, the rolls were fantastic and the steaks were pretty good. The sides at Texas Roadhouse are kind of mediocre. They usually are. Thanks for flaunting your relation. I'm just telling you about my day. I've been married for too long. It doesn't seem abnormal for me. Yeah. We went to Texas Roadhouse, and you know, we both like the steak from Texas Roadhouse. It's just, you know, all their sides are kind of mediocre, if bad sometimes. Like I got the green beans, forgetting that they drowned the green beans in bacon, which is normally really good. But when you have a really good steak, you want regular green beans to break up the flavor, and you don't want to taste more meat when you eat a green bean. You know what I mean? You just want some grilled green beans, like on a flat top. No meat. Just a light amount of oil and then salt and pepper. That's all you really want. You want some of that meat in your mouth? No, I understand that, but like if you're eating, like right now it's Friday, so that means they had prime rib, and of course I got the prime rib, and the prime rib is good. But their prime rib is always good. It's not good left over, but it's good when you eat it there. And I gotta say, the green beans just tasted like bacon. I want my green beans to have some bite to them. I don't want to be too soft, and I also want them to have salt and pepper flavor and not bacon flavor when I'm having meat. If like maybe if my meal was like grilled chicken or something like that, I'd want something more smoky and strong flavored to help with the flavor of the more bland tasting chicken. But when it comes to having a nice, really flavorful steak, you want something that's a palate cleanser. And that wasn't a palate cleanser. That was a I had one bite of the green beans and I was like, I can't eat this with this steak. No fucking way. They honestly, unless you're getting the salad, they have no vegetables on the menu that are actually just the fresh vegetable. Only the salads. And even then it's just like fucking iceberg lettuce. Fine, but man, I know we went to a Texas-based or a Texas Roadhouse, but I mean, come on. You can get a baked potato, I guess, but that doesn't have the fresh flavor you're looking for. Give me some corn on the cob or something. Give me that cob, not the salad, the corn. I mean, you know. Oh well. What are you gonna do? The steak was excellent. And then we quickly went to Costco because it was near Costco's closing time. And we got a couple things. I got a cookie. Even though I prefer their ice cream over their cookie, to be fair. So half of that cookie right here. I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want it right now. Maybe later. Maybe halfway through the stream I'll really want this cookie, but I don't want it right this minute. I'm glad to have it as an option. What a slow stream today, Kraz. What a slow stream already. It's just me and you, and that's fine. Options are pretty cool, absolutely. What a slow stream. That's alright, I don't mind the slowness. Get down with the slowness. What? Did you work today or did you take the day off, Kraz? Because of what happened? I'd assume you worked, but I wouldn't know. I wanted to stream earlier and then also tonight, but I had D&D today, and it was fine. D&D was fine. It's fine. It was D&D. We didn't get a fight, nothing. That's true. That's true. It's better to force yourself to get up and out there. It helps with it, you know. Helps with it. Any stage of grieving that can be helpful for. Yeah. Of course. I wouldn't blame you. It's perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. You're fine. You gotta let it out. Gotta get through that grieving process, and it hurts. But I mean, you know, it's the only way to move on, my friend. It's only a way to move on. Why is everything doubled? What do you mean? Oh shit! It's being doubled on stream. I don't actually get a... Okay, hold up. I have to close and reopen the chat. Hold up a second. I gotta close and reopen StreamerBot. Thanks, love. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know because I'm playing Chrono Story at the moment, so it doesn't actually show me. But I won't be able to see chat for a second, so I just closed it. Let's see. StreamerBot. Let's open it. Boop. It's open. Give it a second. Loading. There it is. Let's open up the chat and let's make sure it's available to show YouTube. There we go. That should be fixed, I think. Hey, Kara, how you doing? My wife's here. Kraz is here. We got all the regulars, including my wife. I was telling them about our experience at the Texas Roadhouse, love. I was telling them about the Texas Roadhouse experience. Yeah. Would you like to come to the chat with me, my love? Would you like to come into the chat with me? Hello, Medic. You just started Chrono yesterday. Got any tips for a noob? Do all the 999 quests. There's a lot more than just, like, the mushrooms and drakes and evil eyes and whatnot. There's a few extra ones, like cold eyes, and then, like, and then there's more there's more that'll get you all the way to level 70. Just keep an eye on your quest log and available quests to make sure you get all the 999 quests. Do the 99s and the 999s. That'll get you to level 70 pretty quick. Depending on your class. Some classes struggle with the 999 quests, but you can also find if you join the Discord, I don't know where the Discord link is exactly from Chrono Story, but if you join that Discord, you can find party groups looking for group members for those. You got tatted today? Oh wow, what did you get a tattoo of? Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doo. Are you gonna join me in the chat, love, or not? It's fine if you don't want to. I'd love for you to. Did she get a tattoo of a dong? Right? A tramp stamp that says this side up. The cross and the thorn crown? That makes sense. I knew you were religious. I assume my wife is outside right now, just watching from there, probably. I asked her though. It'll show once it's healed. Hell yeah, love to see it. Love to see it. I'm untattooed. I'm a natural merp. My wife has a tattoo on her arm. I have no idea how to describe it. Oh, my wife's on Amazon. Well, she might join in a bit. Not as painful as you thought you'd be. If you got a lot of flab, it can help a lot because that really helps. There's only certain areas of the body where tattoos are really painful. Like the hands are apparently painful. The feet are painful. The ankles are really painful. And like the spine, obviously, which you usually don't want to get tattooed on the spine. I mean, it can. And the face. The face is also painful. One around the wrist? Yeah, the wrist isn't too bad. Not unless you got really thin wrists. Like if you're a very thin, fit person and you have a lot of bone exposed on the wrist, then tattoos are always painful if the needle can hit your bones, obviously, or it's close to the bones. But you know, I know you're a bit heavier set, so that can help a lot. Cross on the tendon. Oh yeah, the tendon's gonna hurt. Yeah, of course. Big back, big back. I don't think he's that big. I think he's just a husky boy. From the little I've seen of the man, I think he's just a husky boy. He's a husky boy. Or should I say a husky man? Chubby? Ah, I see. You've been chubby? Understandable. Understandable. I call myself fat. I call myself fat. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm a fat man. I'm not bad fat, but I would what you would be called fat. Yeah, you could call it fat for sure. My MP potions are running out. Eat my ass. What the hell? What am I using for MP potions? Using Sundays. Damn, let's head back to town, get more Sundays. I'm husky? You think so? Okay, fine. Whatever you want to call it. I call it fat. You can call it husky if you want to. It's fine. I appreciate the glazing, but whatever. Let's get more unagis. There we go. As friends, though, yeah? That's that's a lot of fun, though. Go and hang out with friends is always fun. All right, in the car, with fam. Okay, sounds good. I'll be online for a while because it's only been a half an hour. My wife might join too. We'll see. Just getting some stuff on Amazon. We need like a plastic drain snake. We can't use Drano on our drains. Our drains are old cast iron, so if you put Drano in it, it's just gonna make it worse. So we gotta get a drain, like a plastic drain snake to get hair out of the drain. Because it's clogging a little bit. Nothing major. It's not like stopped, but it's just like we don't want the fill up the bathtub at all. Better to have a nice dry feet shower. You know what I mean? Old house, old cast iron pipes. Old house, old cast iron pipes. It's all fine. You just don't want the Drano to strip the old iron. Because it will. It'll make it worse. We'll have to get those replaced at some point in the future. Very preferably, we'd like to get the whole bathroom redone. Actually, the most preferable thing is we want a new bathroom entirely on the normal, like on the ground floor. But that's expensive. That's expensive. Chat died again, that's okay. Thank you guys for coming in. If you're coming in for Chrono Story stuff on Twitch, welcome in. Getting there, 102 on the Ice Lightning Mage. I don't mind the slow days. I don't mind it. That's okay. Not a lot to talk about when you're killing sharks all the time, though. By the way, if you're new here for the Chrono Story stuff on Twitch, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd appreciate it. I stream every day. A lot of Chrono Story, too. Lately, we've been going through Deltarune again to get all the secrets. Did it not throw anything at me? Do I not... I don't have it open? What? I had it open a minute ago. My bad. Whoever followed it was supposed to throw something at me. Let me open this. I don't know why it didn't open. I had it open a minute ago. Maybe I closed it by accident? Whoever it was, we're lurker friendly, so it doesn't tell me who follows that someone did. I would assume it's medic, but... and now it won't connect to vtube Studio. Let me try doing the thing I do sometimes, and it works sometimes. You don't like throwing things? Understandable, understandable. Kabonk. Boop. There we go, now it's working. The throwing system has been enabled. I'm glad no one tried to throw anything earlier. They would have been sorely disappointed to find it was impossible. Sorely disappointed to find it was not possible to begin with. Because I forgot to turn it on. Or maybe I closed it by accident. I'm not sure which, but I think I probably forgot to turn it on. Which is weird, because it's in my ritual of things to do when I start the stream. Well, I'm about to start the stream, I gotta do the thing. That's a lot of gun attack scrolls. Too bad I don't have a fucking gunslinger on this account, and I already have one on the other account. Too bad. Didn't I skip this song earlier? Hello, love. Right? That's you, love? Yes, it is. Not Carla. It is love. So, movie, so you're better.
Oh, God.
What's up?
Look at this boring game.
Wow. 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 What a...
So many sharks.
I know. I'm murdering sharks right now. Says the boring one. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, that says a lot for this game.
This game isn't boring. You're boring. No, I'm kidding. You're fine.
That's fine. The game and I are boring.
I don't think you're boring. I also don't think this game is boring.
I was about to say.
So, what'd you think of? What did you think of Texas Roadhouse earlier, love?
It was okay.
Was it worth it?
No.
Would you have rather gone to Longhorns?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Not sure. Would you have rather gone to Morgan's?
Maybe.
Maybe. Got it. What the fuck is up with the chrono chat? Put it right here, kitten. Right up the butt. What the? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Thanks for
Pointing that out.
Yeah, thanks for pointing it out. Yeah, anal bead phalanx. What? Yeah, I don't get it either. Is this normal Chrono Chat? I'm not usually here during peak hours, so I wouldn't know. I don't know if this is a peak hour. Let me see. I mean, it's relatively high volume. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so, Medic. I wouldn't say so. Any topics, love, or did you want to play a game with me?
I don't know.
Because usually when I play Chrono Story, it's just a chatting stream with like background entertainment, you know, and a topic for people to latch onto. That being this game, you know.
Yeah.
So if anyone has any topics. Like Charismatic Convoy, if you have any topics. Usually the chat that I see in the chat, by the way, Medic, is like just people recruiting people for Rexes or Papalatus or 999 quests. That's usually what the chat's like. Or people asking questions about the game. It's not like the Glenumbra chat in Elder Scrolls Online. Now that chat was absolute insanity. Was it Glenumbra?
It didn't used to always be that way.
Yeah.
No, it just Daggerfall in general, honestly.
It was weirdly Daggerfall. Also one,
but mainly Glenumbra, because it's a starting zone, right? And like it's Daggerfall, I think, is the most popular.
Something like that. I'm not sure why it's that popular. I like Daggerfall a lot, but I mean, weird that it's as popular as it is. It was Glenumbra, and then that one zone with the big tree in the Aldmeri Dominion.
Grotwood.
Yeah, Grotwood. Those two zones.
Yeah, but that's because that was a huge trading place.
It was a big trading post. Yes.
Merp's a friend. Merps doesn't have any.
Thanks, love. He got he and his boyfriend separated. So he's thanking me. Yeah, I know. He's thanking me for being there, and of course, I'm always there for friends. I don't got a lot of friends. Like, I don't really go out of my way to make friends in real life, generally speaking. But like, anyone that is a friend of mine would know that I'm very supportive in general. Even my wife would know that because I'm very supportive of her as well.
Yeah.
I'm an emotional rock. That's what I've got. That's what I've got going for me.
So you guys separated on good terms.
Yeah, they're still friends. It was more of the fact that his partner just wasn't in the right headspace for a committed relationship, I think. Yeah, exactly. Right. I said it word for word, without remembering what word for word it was specifically. Which is perfectly reasonable. People that go through, especially people that go through, regular crises or trauma in any way, like, or people that have any kind of like depressive issues or anything of that nature, like perfectly normal. I understand if that's the case, you know. It doesn't change the fact that it hurts if you leave on that if that kind of thing is what happens, you know. But
wait, you're saying like depression or something?
There's a couple of different things, I'm sure. And I know this from the small hearsay that I've heard that it's, you know, there's depression, but then there's also other things at factors with his life, I guess, that I haven't been told like the full picture of. which is perfectly
I
reasonable.
can't think of anything that would make me want to do something like that, to be honest. Just to like start talking about something.
Exactly.
Because-
I figured that was the case, Kraz. I wasn't specifying too much. I was just saying what I knew, and that I knew that you didn't really want to talk about.
Yeah, like that's. I mean, I get it. But
very personal.
Because how I feel like with like serious relationships, if it's a serious, you would think that you want someone there with you to help you with the depression or the problems going on in your life,
Some people aren't ready to really have someone there for that kind of thing, and some people just don't want to go through that and have a partner that that has to deal with it with them in that kind of way because they feel that's not good. And there could be more factors that, again, because out of respect, we don't know much about what he's actually going through.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, with the information that, like, I'm trying to think of things that would make it so I would want to.
I mean,
but how long were you guys together?
A couple months, I think, right? It was still early on. I mean,
it's still early, yeah.
Early in our relationship, we had rocky moments where you didn't feel like you were good enough, and you almost left for those reasons as well. You were going through some stuff too because of previous relationships and some body dysmorphia and other things of that nature. So I mean, but we worked through it.
Yeah, but we didn't leave because of it.
No, but
we talked through it.
Exactly.
And we're there for each other.
Yeah. But we also lived in the same house. So we had already moved in together by the time we were even in an early relationship in that way. So I mean, it's a little bit harder in that context to really be a good comparison per se. It's easier to communicate when there's nowhere else someone can go, you know what I mean?
Wow, okay.
What? I'm just kind of saying it how it kind of is in that way, because I mean, I know Kraz and his partner aren't living under the same roof. So it is like if you only see each other a couple times a week, then like I can't. Honestly, we've been together for so long, just in general, like attached at the hip, like we are, that it's hard to really imagine being in a relationship with any kind of distance whatsoever. You know what I mean? But I know it's very different, if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah, I remember my brother offered to pay me like a few $1,000s to go live at his house and clean it for like a month.
That would have been difficult, I think, for the both of us.
And we did it.
I mean, soon after that,
like,
you got
we both
your
decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't even apply for that job yet.
No. But it wasn't soon after that that you did get the job at the post office.
Yeah, but I didn't apply. Like, that wasn't the deciding factor.
No, it wasn't.
The deciding factor was like a month away. Like, that's... Well, first off, I don't trust you not to burn the house down while I'm gone.
I mean, I almost did today, thinking about it. So, context... here's the thing. Okay, before I give context, if I remember the context for that last statement. Here's the thing. Love to hear it. I await your thing. Yeah, that too, yeah. Where he can't reply for a couple of days. And that does freak you out a bit. The silence is kind of deafening, isn't it? I know we're waiting on conversational beats, but he felt the absence thing wasn't healthy for the relationship. I mean, it isn't, but yeah, that makes sense.
But wouldn't that be his doing?
I mean, yes, but also, if you're in a situation where you can't reply, or you're like, you know, everyone goes through different things. I don't know the whole picture. It's not his fault. You can't always be exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? I don't know the whole picture, so that like this isn't like a. I don't think this is a fault thing per se. It could be a work thing. It could be a family thing. It could be something else. I'm not going to speculate too much into it, but there's obviously some underlying issue here that is kind of uncontrollable in some way that would make this more difficult than we're seeing. You know what I mean? It's hard to give specific advice in that kind of situation where you don't know the whole pictures, you know? At surface value.
It's kind of why I'm being a little quiet, because I don't even know what to make of something without enough information.
Yeah, like I have more information than you do in this case, but even I don't have all the information, so it's not that kind of, you know, it's just, I feel like in this situation, pointing fingers or blaming anyone isn't exactly a good way to go about it, only because we don't know that information.
I didn't say to point fingers or anything.
I don't mean it like that. I meant like trying to say that it's something that could be worked through without knowing everything is I don't know. Like I can't give any specific advice in that way. Like I could give advice that kind of points in that direction, but like you can as well, and it's good advice in general, but it might not be applicable to the situation if we don't know the situation fully. That's why I'm just trying to be supportive and not specifically give like advice. Especially considering a lot of my advice isn't great in this scenario anyway, because like I've been with you since I was 18, so 13 years, coming on 14, and we've been inseparable this whole time, essentially. So any distance in a relationship is kind of foreign to me in general at this point. That makes sense.
I mean, I think if you were with anybody, it would have been the same thing.
Maybe. I don't know. It really depends on the person I'm with.
Because that's just how you are.
I am. I'm the type of person who if there is difficulty in a relationship, I'd like to work through it. You know what I mean? I like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt and give them the time and space they deserve, and give them the means to try to help them work through whatever and any issues they want to do in a relationship setting, which I did with you, obviously. You know? Because whoever I'm with, I want them to be happy. But sometimes in a relationship, someone can't really have that kind of time or that kind of mental energy to do that kind of thing, which is why relationships aren't as sturdy as others. You know what I mean? Not everyone's like me. That idiot who is also stupid.
Yeah.
But to get back to the context of what I said earlier, where I almost burned the house down today, I've had this computer that I use downstairs since the Christmas before last. My wife got it for me here because I needed a new computer, because my old computer here is here with me here. It's an old MacBook. It's nice. But it doesn't really work as well as it used to. So she got me a new computer. Turns out that computer sucks ass, and we didn't know because it was brand new at the time. Turns out it's terrible and garbage, and the motherboard is dying. But that's not the point. Well, the dog, when we had the dog, did bite the cord once and cause it to fray a little bit, and I noticed it. And like, because at one point when I plugged it in, it sparked, and I was like, "That's not good." Let's go ahead and cover all any phrase that I can find in electrical tape, and that helped for a few months. But I knew that it wasn't gonna last, and I need to always have it unplugged if I'm not using it, which is what I've done. This morning I went downstairs to use the computer, obviously. And I was gonna make it short, and I did. But before even that, I plugged in the power adapter to it, and immediately it was just spraying smoke instantly, and I was like, unplug? What? Plug it in for just a second longer to see what happened. Does it again? I'm like, no. Let's see if my wife's old laptop charger works on my computer. Turns out it does. I just had to find, because it has like a little removable head on it, so you can change the size of the charging port. Works fine, thankfully. If I had thought of that before this computer, like when it first frayed, I probably would have done it from the beginning there and just tossed that old charger. But yeah, you know, contextually, I almost burned the house down. It's in the garbage, love. By the way, it's in the garbage. We're not keeping that ticking time bomb of a.
I hope that's the right place to put it.
I mean, it's electrical trash. It probably needs to be specifically disposed of. But I'm also 100% certain that it's not gonna hurt anyone if it just goes in the trash in general.
Because the battery pack holds power in it, doesn't it?
Not when it's off, but it does have stuff like lithium in it. It is a battery pack. It just doesn't hold power unless it's charging specifically. If it did, it would always be smoking. It would always be a fire hazard, but that's not the case.
Okay.
It probably like a television needs to be disposed of properly, technically speaking. But that kind of thing is like, I think you have to take it to a drop-off center in town somewhere or something of that nature, or pay for removal, which is that's just how electronics are. We could put it in a drawer forever, but it's literally a dangerous appliance. It'd be better just to toss it. You know what I mean? Make sure no one ever plugs it in. You know?
Yeah.
So did you want to play a game, love, or did you want to watch me just talk? I mean, I like just chatting too.
I don't know. I'm quite tired.
I'm also pretty tired, but I'm good. I'm chill. Domino's Pizza is the advertisement on my left, and now there's a really big dog on my left, like on top of a car. Yeah, ads. You're right. The dog is looking in a mirror. It's a really big puppy for some reason. It's like the size of a car. Consumer Reports? I've never heard of this company, and I don't care.
You've never heard of Consumer Reports?
No.
What?
Wee.
That's what I have to say about that.
Woo, wee. Wee. I love that one. That's very good. Now, what's this commercial about? It's showing a family. Showing Facebook ad. It's showing Instagram. It's an ad for Instagram. It's an ad for Facebook. Why do they even need to make ads for Facebook?
I was just gonna say, like, you don't need ads for social media.
Social media, the fuck are you doing? Why are you spending money on this?
Social media is just like a giant ad.
For one, ads are proven to not really work. Most of the, like 90% of people that see ads mark it in their brain as something that they will never purchase.
Ads work 100%. You want to know why? Because people pay to not have them.
That's a good point.
and that's all that anybody cares about.
I feel like it's websites like Google specifically, YouTube, Twitch, which is Amazon, like to lobby for ads existing in the first place, because people then pay them to get rid of ads. Like trying to trick consumers into thinking that ads work, I guess, right? Or like not consumers, but like the people that want ads on television and stuff. The old CEOs who think advertisements still work when they don't. They work in the favor.
Social media wouldn't be as big as it is without ads.
Yeah, but at this point,
I don't mean to say like advertising the media itself. It's because nobody would get paid on social media.
It's true.
Aladdin, stop.
As in, you couldn't have people that make social media their jobs, essentially.
Yes.
Well, marketing jobs, it's a huge business for sure, and like people are looking for clever ways to do advertisements that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of jobs that are absolutely useless out there, medic.
I think the way you put that, I think the best kind of marketing that you can do is viral marketing.
Ow!
And by viral,
porcupine cat.
This porcupine cat. I think by viral marketing, I mean like product placement. I think that's kind of the best way to really do advertisement. It's subliminal advertisement. You're putting a Coca-Cola in the scene of a movie, and you're not really making it the focal point, but it's there. You know what I mean? Like that's a dumb example because everyone knows what Coca-Cola is, but I mean like same idea.
It's not. So ads exist to remind you that a product exists.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Coca-Cola thing is like, okay, now I want a Coke, right?
Yep.
But everyone knows what Coca-Cola is.
Uh-huh.
You know. So ad isn't for necessarily like buy our product. It's to get you thinking about a product, and that's always what marketing has been.
That's true.
Marketing is basically that job is trying to get you to associate things with something else. So when you're doing things in your everyday life, it's something is going to remind you of a certain thing, and you know that's it. You know, that's all marketing is for. That's what their whole thing is.
Mm-hmm. There's also the secondary part of the marketing department, and this doesn't happen in every company. I think a lot of companies are very snooty and want their things to look cool and sleek and dumb, and I hate it. But like I think the trend kind of started with Old Spice, which is to say funny advertisement. You know, if you make something that is actually entertaining as an advertisement, you might get a chuckle out of it, and you might mark this advertisement down as, yeah, why not? But like a lot of people are trying to get into the funny advertising kind of thing, and not everyone is actually funny. Like everyone wants to believe that they're funny, and every single marketing guy is told by a CEO like, yeah, guess what? Funny ads work. We got to make a funny ad, and all the marketing guys who are snooty up their asses about making something look cool and awesome are like, how the fuck do I make this funny? Let's make it funny, and then they make it just cringe. You know, genuinely funny ads are good.
It's still staying power. Like cringe is staying power as well.
It can be if you put it at the right moments. If you put a cringe ad in the middle of the Super Bowl. I mean, like I feel like it's an untapped market for advertising in terms of telling a story in some way. Why not put an ad that's kind of like a little horror thing? Why not put an ad that's a little thriller thing? You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be specifically funny.
No, I hate that. I hate it when I'm watching something and like I think it's gonna be like a movie trailer, but ends up being like an ad for like laundry detergent.
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's like my brother's fucking voicemail. He does that stupid thing with you call him and then like it rings, and of course you don't really fall for it again once you hear it the first time, but he's like, yep, hello.
As you can tell,
Yeah.
I'm not a marketing specialist. As you can tell, I didn't think of that. Yeah, correct. No, funny
like,
ads.
I
Funny
hate
ads are
that.
perfect. They just need to be.
But
they
the
need to be,
trolling.
yeah, they need to be framed as ads specifically. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind a horror ad if it is framed as an ad. You know what I mean? Like you're starting out with the advertisement and then you're getting into the horror bit and then you end with the advertisement. You know what I mean? You know it's an advertisement from the beginning
But
to the end.
that's cringe. You're falling into the cringe category
I don't think,
again.
as long as it's made well, I don't think it would fall into the cringe category. Like, for example, the Old Spice commercials were unique and funny. Obviously, people do this all the time now, so they're not as unique or funny. But it's like, you know, the I'm on a horse thing, and that shit. You know, the Old Spice ones that were funny at the time and now are just cringe because everyone does it.
Just for anyone watching that is actually listening and cares, once you're aware of how marketing actually works and the reason why you're thinking of something or a product or anything like that, once you're aware of it, it no longer works, right? So if you just have to be consciously aware of what a decision is to get something or buy something, or what something reminds you of something, and you think of a product or a commercial, just think about the manipulation, obviously, and it'll stop working. Like, you'll know, don't buy that product.
I figured it out.
Manipulation, right?
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, but I figured it out. I figured out advertising just now.
Mm-hmm.
The only advertising that really works in general is games and movies. Okay? Just tie a product to a game or a movie as like sponsored by this, and then you give the game trailer or the movie trailer.
That's what?
Yeah.
They do that already. Like,
They do that already.
placement.
It is 100% product placement, but like that works because you're no longer associating that thing with an advertisement that's wasting your time. It's actually attached to an advertisement that is oh, what if brain too small? I agree, but it's
your brain
attaching
isn't too small to understand that. Like, it's
agree.
very, once you are aware that subliminal advertising happens and you're savvy to it, it's gone, right? Like, you look at ads very differently. You don't associate, like, they go to a different part of your brain, like all these tricks that marketing people do, it just gets wasted on.
Yep.
Right. If you take commercials for face value and you actually watch them for their product and all that, you take in all those subliminal things without knowing, because they're subliminal, right? I don't know. It's hard to explain because I'm tired, but it really is. Like, God, I might be able to find like an article or something that's easier to read off of. But it's so, just be more aware. A lot of people know that ads are stupid and that I hate ads, blah blah blah. But you have to like really look into how they're manipulating you, and once you realize that it's a lot of the things that you see will be different. Mm-hmm. Any billboard, any kind of design change on a cereal box, any of that kind of stuff, you'll look past it, and it won't influence your decision to buy. You
Correct.
Will be your influence.
And what do you want to be honest about, Kraz? I assume it's about the conversational topic. It doesn't have to be.
He's like, I don't want to talk about ads.
I don't want to talk about ads. I want to talk about cock. Something like that, right? Now you can say you're goddamn right. It's actually about the other thing. Okay, let's hear it. Ads. Again, I do think attaching an ad to the front or back of a game ad or a movie ad is perfectly fine as long as it's not subliminal advertising. You know, you shouldn't constantly
Merp.
hold... What?
Shut up! I'm reading.
Oh. You can, Graz. It's just not right now. That's why a lot of times when you go through a breakup in general, you don't really want to get into another relationship right away. Some people have a problem with codependence, which is to say you don't feel whole unless you're with another person.
It doesn't matter who they are.
It doesn't matter who they are, and they'll get back together. My wife and I know a couple people that are like that specifically. And it's, so a lot of people like that will go from relationship to relationship. So when a relationship ends, they will start a new relationship basically immediately. And that's normal for some people, but I don't think that's particularly healthy. In fact, it's definitely not particularly healthy. But what the healthy thing is, going through the stages of grief, dealing with the breakup at your own pace and in your own way, and then eventually you'll feel fine being with someone else. And sometimes just meeting the right person can help with that particular thing. I feel like holding on to the prospect of being with this person that you've already been with again in the future isn't particularly healthy. It's like it's fine if it happens naturally, but I feel like just letting it go for now. It's because it's just not the right time, and it might never be the right time. That's just how it is. When I was in high school, I had a crush on a girl, and I asked her out, and she said no, and then later she wanted to get with me, but I was already with my wife.
She only wanted you because I had you at that point.
That is the stereotype, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, absolutely.
I know for a fact.
I feel like it's either that or she figured that she was done with being the type of person to fool around and just wanted to have a real committed relationship. And it could have gone either way. It could have been a little bit of both. It could have been exactly what you said. It could have been what I said. It could have been both. And I feel like it was probably both.
Yeah, but she could have had a little class and not tried to be a homewrecker.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I'm using this to serve a point as like it might never be the right time for that particular relationship. I know it triggers you a little bit, but like I felt like it was a good example for this particular situation. Not exactly the same example, but like an example of, it just might never be the right time. It's just that he told you that you deserve someone more present. I heard to hear that because he feels like he's lesser. I mean,
Well, what did you say to him when you said that? Like, what was your response to him saying that you deserve someone more present? These are important questions to ask Merp.
No, I agree with you.
I probably should still drink this coffee.
You really shouldn't be drinking that coffee, love. You really shouldn't. You told him that you've loved him through all of it and that you'll continue to care for him, that you didn't want him to feel like he wasn't enough. But like people can't really...
That's a valid response.
That is a perfect response, actually. Hello, Santos. And I feel like that's a great way to go about it. But the thing is, some people might not be able to get over what they are feeling. And, you can't really interject into someone's mind just how it is. And if he doesn't want to be in a relationship for that reason, you have to respect it. If you can't talk your way through it, and if it comes back around and you're in a relationship again eventually, then that's great. And if not, you'll find someone else someday. That's how relationships are. Sometimes they can be fantastic and fleeting, and sometimes they can be lovely and slow burning and long period. You never know.
I mean, I'm sure you told him that you understand why he feels that way, but like it doesn't bother you. Like you understand why he's doing these things, right? So
the problem is, I know it does bother him. He's told me that it bothers him.
Well, I'm sure it bothers. I don't mean it like that. I mean, of course, I mean, things our significant others do can bother us, but we can understand why they're doing it, right? Um, and be patient. That's, I guess, is the word.
Well, game this is Chrono
it.
Story, my friend. Chrono Story. You understand and respect his choice, yeah. Perfectly valid way to go about this. Mutual breakup, staying friends, perfectly fine. But again, Kraz, it's just one of those things where it was a relationship, and it'll take you time to move on and possibly find a new partner. Maybe it'll come back around. He'll be the same. He'll be your partner again in the future when he's ready.
Is this like your first like relationship like
committed
as an adult?
Yeah. He says yes.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt the most.
Yep. In your life, really, yeah.
Yeah, it's normal to struggle with that. But I mean, to make you feel better, having your first one end in a mutual and friendship way is probably one of the better outcomes you can get.
It is definitely the nicest outcome you could have gotten.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, you never know how long. You know, they might miss your company too, and realize that being away is hurting them more as well. You know.
But again, I wouldn't hold on to that as a hope.
Well, no, you can still play both sides, Merp. Jesus fucking Christ.
I am playing both sides here. I'm being devil's advocate a little bit.
No, you're not playing both sides. You're being very negative.
Well, I'm not being negative. I'm just like, if
you've already driven the point home that, like, that.
You think I'm being negative? I feel like I'm being pretty supportive in this way.
You're being supportive, but
you don't want to hold on to it if
no,
if it's
you
already...
don't have. I didn't tell him to hold on to anything. I said, like, you know, there is always a possibility, and
yeah.
I'm just reiterating that it ended on a friendly term.
Yeah.
Right. Like that. It wasn't. That's why it's nice, because, you know, hope is always nice.
What kind of loving God would let people have autonomy, Kraz?
Because, Kraz, you can't... Ugh. Christianity has nothing to do with that. Like...
Everyone's different.
So, you can't ever expect to be happy if you don't go through things like... You don't get to have just the good without the bad. There is no such thing as good without bad. Otherwise, it's just is. You would never know what actually makes you happy if you didn't know what made you sad or knew what was bad for you.
That's what being human is. That's a very cheesy line, but it's true.
What did you say?
It's what being human is.
Oh. Like, you say that you feel like you're not allowed to be happy, but you were, right? Like, you wouldn't have been with him if it didn't give you some happiness, right? It wouldn't hurt so much if you hadn't been so happy with him.
You just gotta remember that it did make you happy. And be happy that it did. It's sad now.
And I hate to, like, bring, like, deflect a little bit of another story into this, but it's important, you know, to know that a lot of people feel this way. But, you know, I try telling my mom these kinds of things because she is so anti, like, God, anti, like, you know, stuff kind of like that. And I hate to see, like, I do not believe in, like, a traditional God, you know, all that shit, but I hate to see people not understand the value of good and bad.
And that's the trouble, Kraz, obviously. You never know when a relation if or when a relationship will end. I mean, some people know if or when it's going to end, obviously. But I mean, if you're in a committed relationship with someone and you think that it's something that's going to last, you never know if or when it's going to end. You don't want to dwell on that ever, because that just can drive you crazy. In fact, you should basically never dwell on that. But because of that particular thing, if it ever does end, you end up with this feeling of loss, more so than just losing a partner, because you lost all of the plans that you had thought of or things that you dreamed of in that relationship that you're in, and that's perfectly natural. It's part of the grieving process.
Well, I won't say. I mean, but I can only go off of what you say in chat, Graz, and you just said you're not allowed to be happy.
Yeah. And you're definitely allowed to be happy, of course. It just feels terrible right now. But someday you'll find another relationship that you'll be very happy in, or you'll find that you'll be able to be in a relationship with them again at some point. Either way, future is always bright. You know? Would you agree with that, love?
I mean, yeah.
You okay?
No, when one door closes, another one opens.
Yeah. And if all the doors are closed, jump out the window.
Why would you say that?
Well, because the window is also an exit.
I think in the context of what we're talking about, that's probably one of the worst things you could say.
I don't mean it in the way that you're thinking of it right now. That sounds really bad.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. Only if you're
what the fuck?
Don't fuck with me. Only if you're on a first story building though. As long as you're on ground level, that's fine.
You're an idiot.
Sometimes. If the door is closed, see if there's a doggy door. Maybe you can crawl out the doggy door.
There's always a door. There's always a way out. You just have to open it.
Mert moment. Thanks, Carl. I appreciate that. Life has many doors, Ed boy. I don't do a very good Rolf impression. I'm doing good, Carl. I'm doing good. Normal. I'm here hanging out with my wife, chatting at a friend going through relationship woes, talking about Chrono Story, making verbal mistakes, and then correcting them instantaneously with asterisks and whiteout markers. You know. It's like calling a teacher mom, you know what I mean? It's temporary. It's temporary. It just hurts, man. I understand. And I'm here to entertain and help however I can. Probably by being stupid as usual, but you know how it is. He understands. I'm gonna have a bite of my cookie now. I've been waiting for my cookie bite. Do you like the sound of crinkling paper? Is it good? There we go. Less crinkle. I'm fire at my entertainment. Thank you. That's wrong, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Look, all the sharks are trying to give you cookies.
They are. So I murdered them.
I mean,
I wasn't making fun of your English, Carl. I was just saying that you're incorrect. I'm not very entertaining. In fact, I'm specifically unentertaining. That's my brand.
Merp is anti-entertain. Yeah, Chris, like it's gonna hurt.
Watching a really, really sad movie can help. Possibly.
I mean, the most important thing is to embrace it. Like, don't repress it, you know. The repression will just shape it's a staying thing, right? Like repression, it keeps it with you,
and makes it
you're
trauma.
just gonna, yeah, exactly.
You don't want to keep it as trauma.
You don't want it to affect your future relationships or your relationship with him.
Yeah.
In a negative way. Because
exactly.
Of course this is the whole thing is going to affect you and it's going to affect the way you see relationships, but it shouldn't be a negative trauma. It's just something that you experience, right?
Exactly. And you spilled boiling hot tea in your hand yesterday? Man, that must have hurt. That must have hurt.
You probably got a nice burn there.
I can't think of any punny ways I can go about talking about it either, unfortunately. Can you think of any, love?
No, but I have a story.
Go ahead.
When I was 9, I got really badly burned by my mom's coffee. Like, really badly. I was sitting in the passenger seat. And my mom put her coffee, like, in the middle, and there's no fucking cup holder there. And she just poured this coffee into her, like, Stanley thermos thing. Like, that, like, fucking, like, steel metal thing. And she went to go back up, and it spilled over, and the lid fell off. And it got right all over the outside of my leg. And I was wearing, because it was, you know, probably like 1995, spandex jumpsuit. And the fucking spandex like melted. I had for like a month, I had to go and get like freaking scrape, like constantly the dead, like, and like, oh my god, it was like the single most painful things. Like for the first 2 weeks, the single most painful thing I'd ever been through.
I remember you telling me this
now, was it? What is it still one of the most? It's one of like the top 3 most painful things I've ever been in.
What would you say is the top painful thing? Dog bite?
I don't want to reserve that because I'm not sure. I'd have to really think about it.
Well, up there must be the dog bite, right?
No, because the dog bite wasn't for very long. Like it didn't. I mean, of course it throbbed the next day, but like it didn't hurt for a lasting time. I would have to say probably the top pain that I felt in my life that is ongoing is a migraine. Like a bad migraine where you're just comatose and can't cry because it'll hurt type of pain.
Yeah, I feel like that one migraine you had a few months ago was probably the worst one. It's the only one I've ever seen you actively pass out from the pain.
Yeah, that one was really bad.
At the time I was helping my wife get through the migraine. I think it was either before or after a stream. I think it was probably after a stream. I went and checked on you. You wanted to get up and use the restroom. I think that was the case.
Because I was gonna throw up.
Because you were gonna throw up. So I was helping you to the bathroom, and in the hall. Now keep in mind our bedroom door, and the bathroom door are basically right next to each other. So it's like 10 steps from 10 steps from where she sleeps to where the bathroom is. If you're taking half steps. She gets halfway there, and just collapses. Now, I'm there holding her hand, so she collapses halfway, and I make sure she doesn't like smack the floor. So she just kind of I make sure she gets down to knees just fine, and I make sure she's upright until she wakes up. It takes her about like 30 seconds to unpass out, and you were very disoriented. You were very. I don't even think you threw up after that. You were just really disoriented. I think you just ran water.
I kind of remembered it the next day. I don't remember it happened, but I kind of remembered like when I had a clearer head, kind of like waking up from it.
Mm-hmm. In the hallway.
Anyway, I didn't mean to like turn this into like everything. Does Kraz have anything else to say? But thinking about it now, like I think that was the last time I had a migraine.
It was.
Like I haven't seen few and far between anymore, thankfully.
That was the last time you had a migraine. I think you might have had a couple of bad headaches since then. But
yeah,
no,
but no
migraines.
migraines.
You know what to say? I understand. If you ever need or want to talk about it and I'm online or able to do so, whether I'm streaming or not, feel free, man. DMs are open on Discord, and otherwise I'm here when I'm streaming. Perfectly fine. Of course.
Dude.
Whenever anyone says dude, I imagine it as Zeus. Thanks, dude.
I know.
Fixing it with Zeus.
This stream is brought to you by BetterHelp. Get the help you need.
Of course. Of course. I'm sure Gunda would also be perfectly helpful as well if he streamed as often as I do. Yeah. Goodness. I'm just glad you didn't pass out in front of the bathroom door, love, because that would have been too close to the stairs for my comfort. Just like surfing on my wife down the stairs as she's passed out.
I feel like if I was, you know what, no, because I wouldn't have gotten out of bed if I thought I was going to pass out.
No, of course not. But you knew you were gonna throw up.
Yeah, and that's a normal thing when you have a migraine.
Yeah. But I've never seen you in enough pain to pass out. You've only passed out twice the entire time I've known you. And one of them I didn't even know happened. It was at my dad's house. He passed out outside. Do you
oh yeah.
Do you think
that was crazy?
Yeah, that one was super unprompted. No migraine, no pain. Just like you woke up on the fucking cold ground.
Yeah, I had no idea. I still have no idea why that happened, but I almost died.
From your glasses, right?
Oh my god, the frame of my glasses I mean, I'm not gonna say I would have died from it. I would have lost my eye, but who knows, right? But my glasses frame, because I had the frameless glasses that didn't have at the bottom. Well, there's still a frame there. It's invisible and it's just a piece of wire. And because of the way that I fell, it broke the side of my glasses. And I think it was about a half an inch from my eye where it pierced the side of my face. I still have a bump there from where it healed. Yep, right there. It's literally, it's not even it's like a quarter of an inch. Oh my God. The scary shit that happened to you in your life, you know, these near misses.
Yeah, and we don't even know why she passed out. Like,
I remember freaking out because I felt weird. And I was on my laptop outside and I felt a weird pain in my side. And I am terrified, absolutely terrified of appendicitis. And my immediate reaction was to Google like where and the symptoms of appendicitis, like just immediately. And I was typing it, and I know I was typing this in because when I woke up, it was still in my search bar. Is it symptoms of appendicitis? And that was it. And I was passed. And like, I'm pretty sure I got a concussion. Because I was really weird for like, yeah, a while.
I feel like it had to be some kind of aneurysm, some kind of arrhythmia.
I didn't have an aneurysm.
Not like that.
Sometimes people just faint. They do. Like there's a little thing that makes them faint.
It could have just been like a blood pressure type thing. Like any
it was
little thing like that can do that.
Blood sugar, blood pressure. Like you were getting food, because like my blood sugar was probably so fucking low. Because that was during the times when like I wouldn't eat sometimes for 2 days.
Yeah, it was probably food related then.
So like there's a myriad of reasons why it could happen. Like, but it was very unprompted. Like I just was fine 1 second, and the next second I wasn't.
Very weird.
But that's why you need to take care of yourselves, you guys. Like, fucking take care of yourselves.
Drink water, dink water. Eat food.
Even if you're not hungry, eat an apple or something. Like, don't. You're like, oh, I don't eat. Like, you know, when I was younger, I was like, oh, I don't eat for a day or two. Like, nah, it's fine. I don't need to eat. No, you need to fucking eat.
Yep. Drink water, eat food, get enough sleep. Yeah.
Now I drink a lot of water, but back then I didn't, and I lived on coffee. Like I literally probably would go an entire week with only drinking coffee and nothing else.
If you're a man, masturbate once a week at least. It helps prevent prostate cancer, by the way.
Sexual health is also important too.
It is. Don't eat too many hot dogs or you'll get butt cancer. That's the thing.
Yes, if you eat too much, you get fat. But also, it depends on what you're fucking eating.
There are apps for that. I don't use them myself, but there are apps that can help you track calories. As long as you're in a calorie deficit based on your body weight, your BMI, essentially, you'll lose weight. Or maintain if you want to maintain.
Yeah, but it's still like... Yeah, but not eating is also no calories, and it's the best thing you can do, right? By that logic, it's not just calories.
Yeah, but that makes you lose muscle first. You need to eat protein, and you work out your muscles.
Just gotta watch your processed sugars and your unused carb.
Yeah.
Carbs.
Carbohydrates. Yeah. Be careful of the sketty and the bubber. So if your favorite food is sketty with butter, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
The medic in the chat like, shit, that's my favorite food. No, just kidding.
Walking for 15 minutes a day and then tuning it up to 30 minutes a day is probably one of the best things you can do for your health.
Oh yeah.
for a practical person, right? Like, I mean, most people don't want to go to the gym. Most people aren't gonna go fun running or jogging even. They're not gonna go lift weights. But going out for an evening stroll, especially shortly before bed, is such a good thing for you to do. Because especially if you have a problem sleeping, like it helps tire you out.
Yeah, and do people actually eat spaghetti with butter? Some people do. We don't.
Do I like spaghetti and butter? Fuck yeah, I do.
A high quality butter with good pasta will always be good, but that's because butter makes anything good. But like that's the worst thing you can ever eat, and there's way better ways to elevate it.
I don't trust my stomach if I were to eat that.
Yeah, and there's way better things you can eat. If you just add a little Parmesan cheese to it, it becomes even better.
Nah, man, spaghetti and butter is super good, medic. Like, don't eat it, but it's super good.
Yeah, don't eat it.
Medic, I take it you're not from America. Not from America.
America. America. Fuck yeah. Eat that spaghetti with butter. America.
When I was a kid, my mom used to make it sometimes.
It's poor. It's one of the poor people foods.
Yeah, sure. And it was never butter. You know, it was margarine.
That's even worse.
We didn't have sauce.
That's so much worse.
But it's fat and pasta. It's like having a different version of toast.
I guess. You are, but you've never heard of it. That's interesting. Hello, Zelda. Welcome in. We're talking about sketty with butter.
We're talking about alternative toast.
Your mom would make Spam and rice for cheat meals. You know what? That is a perfectly valid cheat meal. Now it's no longer a cheat meal because...
It is no longer. Spam is expensive now.
Yeah. I hate it when gentrification hits foods that used to be really, really cheap and just makes them super expensive, like Spam and like skirt steak and like fucking everything that I love.
I hate that you turned me on to like pan-seared skirt steak with pan sauce, and
then like a year later
it no longer was the cheap cut of steak.
Yeah, it was so cheap, and then just it wasn't. Now it's literally per pound the most expensive cut of steak you can get, other than literally the smallest steak you can get on a cow that used to also be a cheap cut because they didn't sell it. Instead, the butchers would take it home because they didn't think they could sell it. And now it's also the most expensive. That is the most expensive cut.
Aladdin, can you not eat that, please? That's chokeable. Give me that. Give me that.
Your struggle meals growing up were sleeping. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that is the struggle meal: sleep and water. Right? You gotta fill your stomach on something, fill it with water, and then you go to sleep. The real struggle meal. It's too bad. Spam, man. It sucks that zombie meat is so expensive now, but I mean, whatever, right?
I mean, there was a definite point in time in mine and my family's life where we did not know where our next meal was coming from, but it's a little difficult, especially now. We got by a lot with like food drives and stuff like that, like we would go to, and soup kitchens. So as children, we didn't know like true starvation, where like we would go 3 or 4 days without eating, because we'd at least get one meal in that time, you know? Because soup kitchens, at least at the place I lived, it was like 3 days a week for one of them. I don't remember it because it was so long ago. I don't remember exactly. But there's always, options nowadays, A lot of times, people just ignore it though because of pride, And also they don't manage a little bit of food that they are given, unfortunately, and you can only get so much from donations and all that.
And then there's also the overregulation of food stamps now.
Oh yeah, and that's bad now. Yeah.
Hello, Gunda. Saying pride is a powerful motivator. For sure it is.
But my family never got
Your family never got food stamps?
got food. No.
Yeah.
We couldn't. I mean, you know the situation growing up. Like, my dad made so much money
But he gambled it all away.
that we never saw a single cent of it. So like it just, we couldn't have food stamp.
Her dad had a gambling addiction.
There's a lot of factors that go in. Like, some people are like, oh, like, these destitute people, and it's like sometimes there's a lot of things going on in the background that people don't understand,
Gambling's back in a big way. What do you mean? With like mobile games and stuff?
Gambling never went away. It just
they just started
came in different form and marketing towards children.
Yeah, apps and sports betting. You're right. I was about to say that exact thing, love. Yeah, gambling never went away. They just stopped targeting adults and started targeting kids.
Oh yeah, oh man, one of my favorite episodes of South Park is the one with the Canadian Devil, and Stan downloads like Philip and Terrence app. It's just a microtransaction, game app. And there's a scene where Satan comes up and he's like, this is not, addiction. This is like targeting your dopamine like hits, and this is just evil. Like, where did this come from? It came from like the Canadian Devil. It's great.
It's just saying the regular devil is not as bad as Canada's devil.
Yeah, like no. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, when my niece, when she was here last year,
Maple syrup devil.
we went to the mall, and I think we were in Hot Topic, and we were like saying like you could get something like, of worth like a certain amount of money. It was like $10 to $15, while we were in the mall. And there was a couple things that she wanted. Like, she had expressed that she wanted that were useful, that she'd wish she had. But when it came down to it, what she eventually picked out and what she really wanted was a mystery box. And it was like $15 for this tiny little figurine that wasn't even like limited edition, like super popular, but she just wanted, she had never heard of it before. She was like, oh, this is cool. I don't know what I'm going to get. And I'm like, but this is like, I can go get you a regular stuffed animal that you know what it is and that you know you're going to like. Like, this, there's only one on there that you hope it is. You're gambling. Like, that's, shouldn't want to do that. And unfortunately, she, Roblox and all that crap. Ugh. But it's there. It's very sad to see, and I wish that some parents would teach their kids a little more, because it's the same thing with like what I was saying about like this massive, subliminal like thing, like advertising, all that won't affect you anymore. If you understand that you're gambling and what that entails, I mean, it's understandable sometimes to want to surprise yourself and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna get this. Like, these are all cute. I don't know which one I'm gonna get. But targeting children that don't understand what that means and the lasting effect of those decisions, and that it can be bad, and not teaching your kids that, like, that's where the problem lies.
Also, companies need to be held accountable for these things. And I don't mean like slapping them with a fine. I mean like slapping them with massive fines.
Well, isn't it like illegal in other countries?
Oh yeah, they completely make gambling illegal in most other countries. Here, including loot boxes, including that kind of thing. I'm talking like slap them with a fine per object that was sold. Like if you just slap them with a single fine, they're gonna be like, okay, cool. Here's this $20 million fine paid. We made $900 million in profits. So that's just a drop in the bucket. So we're gonna do it again.
And it's, you know, I might be opening a can of worms here, but it's parents that do not teach their children and let them run amok in society without proper what?
I feel like it's the internet.
Lesson. Well, that's where also it lies in that, like, you allow your child to go on the internet unsupervised.
Yes.
And it's very large. You have no idea what they're doing.
But a lot of people like use the internet as kids and like as young adults who are our age, love, and like the internet is way different than it was when we were younger. And though we know how to navigate it and know what it is like now, kind of, a lot of these people think it's the same as it was when we were younger. But now it's no longer like of course the internet could have been what was dangerous back then too, but it wasn't like how it is now in that. Right now, it's just a bunch of black boxes of people trying to get people addicted to stuff. That's what it is now.
There's no way that people my age, your age, and the generation after do not understand.
Have you seen their Facebook posts?
Who?
Anyone our age. Of course they don't realize. They think it's the same as when they were kids because they're stuck in their ways, the majority. Because that's just how 30 and 40-year-olds are.
You're right. You know, you're right, because I do know quite a few people that are still on and use Facebook religiously.
Exactly. And you see their posts like, yeah, no, they don't know shit about fuck. That's how it is. Like, if they think that oh yeah, I used the internet when I was a kid, it's not going to harm my kids as it actively gets them addicted to gambling. Because that's what the internet now is. It's a bunch of little microcosms that are there specifically to target your dopamine centers and get you addicted to things and get you and literally incite ADHD in kids. Like fucking duh.
Merp and I don't have a lot of experience being around kids except for
niece and nephew.
My niece and nephew. So I'm gonna bring them up when we talk about stuff like this.
But you also see all the memes about tablet kids. Like, yeah, that's what it is. If you had access to the internet like your little nephew does, you'd be an awful person. That's what I'm like. And YouTube chat. Look, you need right now. Like, I hate being the boomer dad age dude saying this on the internet. Because I would have hated hearing a boomer dad age person saying that when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, the internet really wasn't that dangerous. Like, obviously it was. You could get a virus and ruin your home computer. But I mean, you could do that now. But that was basically the worst of it. Now it's like, cool. Let's get addicted to gambling by playing this game. You know what I mean? It's let's.
Well, it's not even just about gambling. It's about rewiring your brain, which is what causes the ADHD, the low attention span. And it's okay to say when I was a kid, when I was a kid. You know, you hear boomer, like we always say boomer, but every parent has always said that since, you know, for the last
The dawn of
thousands
time,
years.
probably, actually, to be
Yeah,
fair.
exactly. Like there's nothing wrong with saying, you know, when I was a kid, we did this. Well,
When I was a kid, I hunted with rock,
always
the damn
want
spears.
to learn from the past generation. The problem is it's become so bad within the last few generations of, well, back in my day, it was like this and it should be like this. Now it's like you're making how the times change be your children's problem instead of adapting. And like there's so many people now that think that for some reason, because there's computers, that people don't go outside and play, and then they go and complain because kids are playing outside.
Yep.
And there is no making anyone happy.
Nope.
I
They also complain. They also complain that kids don't play outside enough, and then proceed to say, as a parent, you should know what your kid is doing 24 hours of every day.
Now, nowadays it's harder. Like it is harder to just let your kid be outside and doing whatever, because A, there are so many more ways to get in trouble now that can be very, very bad. B, there are a lot of angry people now who get upset over very small things, offended over very small things. That could become a huge legal problem for you. And then there's social media.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter what the hell you do, you could end up on the internet. And that's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
I would hate that as a child.
Side note, we're about to hit an ad. Just letting everyone know, it'll be a 3-minute ad on Twitch. Don't worry, we'll be back from the ad afterwards, but still. Any minute now, I think. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, so... But... since the dawn of time, generations have been saying that.
That's right.
There are always lessons to be learned and things to experience and to preserve and to progress.
You children have it easy. When I was young, we hunted animal with rock. Now you have spear. You know?
I mean, you know, if you want to say that, like the boomers have their cars, right? Like they're really, you know, they love their fucking cars, you know, the boomer dad. Or Gen X dads, even for that matter. We don't want to forget about those. And it's a huge culture. It's a huge culture, right?
Yeah.
And their parents didn't have cars until they were probably much, much, much older. And then their parents before that did not have cars.
At
you
all.
know? So like it's just that's just the most biggest and dramatic change that I can think of off the top of my head. And it's so obvious, but no one ever talks about it. It's never a talking point about, it's always just like, oh, back in my day. It's like, we need to address this. Like, we need to address how... Sorry, I heard a really weird noise. But it's just my cat. Arthur and Goblin are
Cute.
they're playing. I think. Yeah, I think they're just playing. Anyway. Yeah, this shit needs to be addressed. People need to bring it up more because it's so freaking obvious. And if we all just say the most plain and basic and obvious thing about all of these generational wars that, you know, the government wants us having, a lot of things would just kind of be swept under the rug and we could focus on like bigger shit, you know?
But then again, people are very vocal about the things they actually actively don't like. For example, did you hear that news about they were voting on whether or not to make a new data center in, I forget what state. It might have been like I think the new data center in let me look this up. Let me look a little bit. is? Kansas. Okay. So, a guy was like, oh, hello, Luna, welcome back. Good to see you. How you doing, Luna?
Kansas.
I'm gonna check share stuff. It was Kansas. Hold up. Let me see what share stuff you mean. Oh, hey. Yeah, nice tattoo, man. Nice tattoo, man. Nice tat. You're throwing hands with your computer, your phone right now? Wow. Wow. Why? You know, God, trying to make me lose my train of thought. And I have my train of thought though. I haven't lost it. We're all good. A good example of it doesn't matter what we say or do. The government's just gonna do what it wants to do. Even if people are actually actively against it, is that new data center that was being voted for in Kansas, where basically the entire city's community came together and said, hey, we don't want this data center, and petitioned the city government to not approve the data center. They were like at the meeting for literally like 5 times the amount of time they were supposed to be there, because everyone wanted to come up and speak against the data center. So the committee said, yeah, okay, in order to make it so we can get through this a little bit faster, please don't applaud for anyone when they're done speaking, which didn't stop anyone, obviously. But as an example, they arrested a guy for clapping for someone's speech against the AI data center.
What? I kind of saw. I didn't know what that was the same one.
Yeah, it was that one. Dismissed.
Everyone should have clapped every single time.
Oh no, they did all clap, but at one of them they decided to arrest one guy for doing so. And hello Raindrop, what's up? They decided to arrest one guy for doing so, and then dismissed.
That's all they have to do is make an example of someone.
Well, here's the thing: they made an example. Despite the they made the example of arrested someone, dismissed everyone else that was there making any protest against the data center from there, and then unanimously agreed to create the data center. Despite basically the entire community saying we don't want it. So again, even if everyone stands up and politely says, yeah, we want changes, this is what we want, government is just gonna be like, no, this is what we want. Sorry. Not sorry.
If a whole community can prove itself to come together like that, where it's like a majority of the community, not like understating, right? Like
not understanding. It was the whole community.
Like thousands of people.
Basically, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they
it was
make a much bigger impact. They are the government.
It was hundreds of people. But everyone from that community was also vocal about it at the same time. So the place only has enough room for so many people to show up. But
that's the point where if you see democracy failing like that, where it's so blatant, in one room, just so blatant in one room like that, where these officials just say, fuck it, that's the point where you incite violence.
Torches and pitchforks,
because that's the only
right?
thing they listen to.
Torches and pitchforks, right? Yeah, of course.
I mean, I sure hope those.
I mean, obviously, those government
those
officials,
council people, are, park their cars in their garage. You know.
I'm sure those council people are really enjoying the new cars they just bought with the money they got bribed with. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Hello, Ryland. So how's everyone who's coming in doing? How you doing, Raindrop? How you doing, Rainbow? Rainbow? I'm sorry, Luna. How you doing, Ryland? And how you doing, Kara? Something very important. Sure, let's hear it. I wanted to get off politics real quick. Sorry, love. I like discussing that particular topic in particular because it annoys the fuck out of me. Oh my god, annoys the fuck out of me. But it's basically pointing out the obvious, right? Okay, that's not very important. Thanks for letting me know, though. Not too bad. That's good to hear, Raindrop. Hell yeah. You been playing Chrono Story? Oh yeah, if you're level 100, you're ready. But you're ready for Shark Cave at level 90, depending on your class. You're gonna say some stuff, but this shit's boring. No worries, Kraz. It's fine. If you want to say some stuff now, you can. Unless it was about that conversation, but I'd rather not get back on that conversation because it's too political. Too politically charged. Even if it's true. Too politically charged.
Can't talk about politics. Can't talk about religion. Can't talk about psychology.
Oh no, like specifically politics. That's because like I don't mind going over a surface or a short topic like that, but politically wise, like not taking more than like 5 minutes on that topic, which we didn't, thankfully, because it can get you demonetized or even suppressed on YouTube and Twitch.
Oh my god, I used to be obsessed with Neopets.
Hell yeah. I wasn't. I thought Neopets were stupid and lame.
That's because you weren't there at the beginning of the internet.
Yeah, yeah, I was. I was just
No, you weren't.
really young.
You were not old enough to be using the internet at the beginning of the internet.
That's because I'm a gay
Whoa,
streamer.
What
oh.
the fuck was that
Thanks, Gunda.
noise?
I don't know. I didn't hear it.
Well, that alarms me even more because I think it came from my room.
No, maybe I don't know. You added your hair to your avatar page, but it appears as bald to other people. That's weird. Got him. Thanks. Appreciate it. Another full inventory.
Oh my gosh. Neopets was like my jam.
But my love.
And then it was Gaia Online.
Yeah, it was, and then we met, and now we're together. My wife and I met on Gaia Online, by the way. The best dating service that ever existed, Gaia Online, for some reason.
That is a long, like, story.
That is a long
because
story.
We didn't like start dating on Gaia at all.
No, we were friends on Gaia, and then she moved to my state, California, at the time, and we ended up being friends in real life. Not for very long, because then we just ended up dating real fast. You catfished many guys on Gaia Online. I know. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. My wife and I were cringe role players in the RP chats in the forums. But the high-end RP chats where you use pictures and like all the like fonts and the different
picture. No, where it's like super like structured and big stories and all that, not just like one sentence. Like it's basically creating a novel together.
Yep. With like pictures and like fonts and like little like frills on top and the bottom of every post and all that shit. What the fuck is even?
You don't know.
Gaia
it was
Online?
what Gundam. Gaia Online was what you did when you outgrew Neopets. No, so Gaia Online is like it was a social media like kind of thing. It was a forum. It was an actual game.
It did have an actual game eventually, but it was very short-lived.
It had, yeah, I mean, it was an actual game. That was like a Java game. That
it was a big forum.
Game.
Yeah, it was a big forum with a few mini games in it, and a dress-up mechanic.
Like you dressed up an avatar. Like that was like the main thing. Was like you did stuff so you could dress up your avatar. Just like on Neopets, you did stuff to get Neopets into better Neopets, right? And to get paintbrushes for Neopets.
Eve Online is an
Gaia
interesting
was
one, though. Eve
was
Online's
cool.
an interesting one because that's a very old game. That came out in the 90s. Your aunt plays Eve Online, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Eve was that far.
Was it not Eve? It might not have been Eve. Gun Z, the dual re-release on Steam soon. I haven't. Hello, Chips. Welcome in. Never heard of it. Hero Quest. That one's old. It wasn't Hero Quest. It was something else.
Well, how about Ultima
Albion.
Online?
No, it was
how
Ultima.
about that?
It was Ultima Online. That's what it was. It was Ultima Online. That's the one that you're.
You want to talk about old game?
That's the game, Ultima. The oldest. Hero Quest is a board game. And then there's RuneScape, which is the music that's playing right now. Oh yeah, it did. Didn't they fold a lot of those Java games from their old Jagex things into the RuneScape game room area over in the members area? And no one ever went there ever. But it still exists for some reason.
I never played like growing up, so I didn't even know that like they had other games.
Jagex or RuneScape?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jagex started out with like mini games, and then they made RuneScape. Kind of. Asterisk, kind of. Yeah. But they really did start with RuneScape, though, technically speaking. Because that was like a college student's game. The company that is now Jagex had other games as well, but that now encompasses the tiny company that made RuneScape, essentially. So technically speaking, it's not the same dude that made those games that made RuneScape, but they are under the same umbrella company, which is a fairly small UK-based studio in, I think, London, known as Jagex. Why, wife? Did you ever play RuneScape? Like actually play? I don't think you did, right?
No.
You were into Ragnarok Online. Not new Ragnarok, old Ragnarok Online, the real Ragnarok Online, not that shitty mobile game that's out now. Ragnarok was expensive. Was it expensive, love? I think my wife got a text message. What was it? Was it expensive?
So when I first started playing it in like 2004 or 5, it was like $6 a month. Yeah, but then by the time I stopped playing it, like 5 or 6 years later, it was like $12.
Which
or
is
like 3 or 4 years later. Which was expensive, yes. At the time, it was expensive.
But it was still also cheaper than World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft has always been $15. I think.
But for about a year, I wasn't really able to play. Like, I was college and stuff. So, and within that year, they went free to play. And the game just went way downhill.
Of course, because that's when you're going to get all the bots.
Well, I mean, bots were already
RMT.
kind of a problem. They were pretty good at maintaining it, but there was still an issue, right? And the problem is they went downhill because the microtransactions came instead of the monthly subscription.
That makes sense.
So that's the reason why it went downhill. And for a short while, I did like private servers and stuff, but in the end, that just kind of ruined the game. Because I mean, I played that game for like 4 or 5 years and I still didn't get to Rebirth 99, you know, because it takes so fucking long.
Same with like RuneScape for me. I never got to the end game, and Maple Story I never really got to the end game. By the time I ever got to end game in Maple Story, it like almost immediately shifted to be like mid game. You know what I mean? They kept updating it into like, this is now mid game, even though it was end game before. You know, is what it is. Yeah. I like RuneScape. RuneScape is fun-ish. What is better, a staff or a wand? I think it's a staff. Or is it a wand?
Cat's going crazy. I don't know. A stick.
Let me ask Discord.
Haha, they're both sticks. Oh my god, it's after midnight. Oh, I'm so fucked.
Go to bed, love.
Why do you not tell me?
I wasn't paying attention to the time. I was paying
I
attention
can
to the timer on the
literally
screen.
be talking. It's been almost 2 hours.
It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes since I started the stream.
Yeah, and like I think I got on here at like 10:30.
Something like that.
It's been like a half an hour in my mind. Wait, hold on. What City of Heroes? Oh no, I never played.
Same. Never played that. I've heard of it, but never played it. My first MMO was RuneScape. Old school RuneScape. So I still have a soft spot in my heart for like early game RuneScape. I never got to like any semblance of end game in old school RuneScape. Grando Espada was a sick old MMO. Sword of the New World. And then remember the shitty Pirates of the Caribbean MMO?
Sea of Thieves?
Mm-mm.
The
shitty one that came out around the time the first Pirates of the Caribbean came out.
Mm-mm. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I know. Pirates of the Caribbean MMO. Pirates of the Caribbean Online from 2007.
That was like when the second or third one was out, wasn't it?
Second one, I think, but like it took a while for them to make it. The consensus on Discord is the wand is better, which I don't have the ingredients for. I need sapphires, bronze, and alien ingots. I also need meso. I don't have any meso on this character. Let me grab my meso.
You know what's a good game that I always think about, but I no longer have a PlayStation 2 and I don't have a GameCube.
Yeah.
Is Hunter the Reckoning video games.
Yeah, those were good.
Oh my god. Like they were such, and they were creepy too, you know, especially when I was younger. They were so creepy.
I agree with you. Those were pretty
Hunter the
creepy
Reckoning
games.
Wayward. And I didn't know until recently that they were based off of a TTRPG.
Were they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're based on on just a role-playing game.
Interesting.
Like I need to look into that because I feel like I would like that world.
You should give it a try, love. Because I think that world would be fun to make content for. Like not content, but like make D&D content for.
No, not D&D. You'd be playing by their rules.
Yeah, you're right.
You and your D&D everything. Like there is more than Dungeons and Dragons TTRPG.
Wrong.
Like, I really want to play Call of Cthulhu.
Very fun for the DM.
I know.
That's about it.
It's not fucking the Shadow. What do you call that game?
Shadows of Mordor?
No, the one that gave everyone at our table PTSD. PTSD, sorry.
PTSD. PTSD and D. Yeah, I know.
You don't remember? Oh my god, Jess used to complain about it all the time. Sorry, man. I need to go to bed.
Go to bed, love. Go to bed.
How about PTSD D and D?
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I said. PTSD and D.
PTSD and D.
That's what I said. PTSD and D.
No, PTSD. No, wait, PTSD and D.
I'm confused now.
I originally said PTSD. I can't even say it without laughing.
PTSPSP.
No.
PTSD and D. PTSTD and DPSP. TTYL LMAO. Does that work?
Oh my god. You're gonna give me a seizure. What are you doing?
I'm trying to spend all of these tickets. I'm out of gas one tickets now, but that's good. What did I get? I got a few
Were
bonds.
you just gambling?
I was.
Were you just gambling?
Correct. Staff. I don't want stabs. I want wands. Staff. I don't want staff. I want
Merp.
wands.
Okay, wait. I want you to make sure that you understand what I said.
What did you say?
PTSD.
Say it again.
PTSD.
Oh. Post-traumatic sexually transmitted disease. Got it.
Thank you. All right, now I can rest easy knowing that you now know what the fuck it is I said.
Well, you should have said like
you did
I
not
said.
address it at all.
No, because it wasn't funny.
It was funny at the time because it was so. You know what? You know what?
Yeah, that's about right. Perfect. Okay, we need wands. We gotta make like 8, I guess. Second unwelcome guest, wands. Like 8. Just saying it made you laugh pretty hard. That's good. I was just making fun of my wife. Hello, my love. Hi, welcome into my office. No, I don't know what you're talking about. My wife is funny, and what's the other quote? My wife is what's the fucking quote from South Park? No, do not leave the kitten in here, seriously. You literally, I am in the middle of a stream. Grab him, please. My wife is literally so smart and funny.
Are you talking about fucking
I am. I am.
Get over him. Get over yourself.
Get over yourself.
So smart and so funny.
Yeah, my wife is so smart and so funny. Get over yourself. That's what I was trying to do.
My pretty kitty, let's go to bed.
What am I missing? I have the black crystals. You got fuck you. Hello, Rowan. Thanks for laughing chip. I appreciate it. What am I fucking missing then? Wand. We got the black crystals, we got the wands, we got the alien ingots. Do we not have the alien ingots? No. 50. Now what are we missing? Black crystals? We didn't have enough for one. Really? Fuck. Do I have more on my alts? Let's see. Both mine and hers are sick? Oh, watch this shit. Wait. She doesn't have a camera right now, but... I made her this. So she has a full VTube model. But I have to fix it a little bit. It has some issues. But it works. Kind of. I gotta fix some stuff. It's cute, though. Wink. It can wink. Mine can't wink. I made it the same way. But mine can't wink. Okay, let's switch back. Ugh. Yeah. Hers turned out really good. Kind of. I have to fix some stuff with it, but it is good. Well, let's see. Group. I'll move me over a little bit. There we go. The coffee cup is sick, though. Yeah, I got to add it to her PNG model. Okay. Do I have enough black crystals on my alts? Or black crystal ores or whatever the fuck. Marpins. Please tell me. No. Marbles, how about you? Yes. Yes! Yes! Thank God. That's all that I'm missing. Okay, duder. Give me what I need, man. Give me what I need. So I can make a good wand. Crystals. That's jewels. Like 50? Can I make 50? 40? 30? 20? No, it's not enough, though. It's still not enough. Still, oh, I can make 9 more. No. 5? $18? That was right, 9. Yeah. Okay. Last welcome guest. How many can I make of wands? 8. Excellent. I don't have enough for any more than that. So let's make sure these are good. Reroll stats. What is the maximum stat on one of these duders? What is this game, Meeply? This is... Oh, I scared you. Okay, hi. This is Maple Story. You can find it on... technically, it's Chrono Story. You can find it on Maple Story Worlds. The highest we can get is 125. These are at 120. That's actually not bad. We want higher int and higher magic attack, specifically. We want, like, int at, like, 12. And magic attack at 122 plus, probably. That's not good. 9, 123. That's not bad. We'll keep that one. Okay. Nope. Yep. Oh. 14 and 120 isn't bad. No. Even though it's a max stat there, magic attack has the same stat allotment as int, so you want both. Int 10. That's not good. Int 1. No. Int 4. No. Int 12. 122. Very good. That's probably the best one so far. How many do we have left? 12. We have enough to make a few more. Maybe. Maybe. Reroll stats are clean. 3 decent ones. Too many stats on these fucking wands for them to be pretty good. Let's see. Andre. No. Andre, give me special ore. Give me chaos crystals. Can we make like... $16 chaos crystals. Okay. We can roll, reroll a few more times. Good. Oh, that's some... Actually, that's not bad. We'll keep it. Ten more, good. That's the best one so far, kinda. Got 2 more to reroll, but we're out of chaos crystals. Do we have enough stuff to make more chaos crystals, though? What are we out of? We're out of this one. We're out of dark crystals. And we're almost out of lucky crystals. So, and we have 2 more to make luck crystals. Hello, Johnny Joestar. Welcome back. I mean, Crazy Cat. Welcome back. Ow. Okay, Marpin, show me what you got. Ooh. Nothing. How about marbles? Nothing. We have enough for like what? Literally, we have enough for 1 more reroll. That's all right. We got a good amount out of this. I don't know if it'll be enough to give us a really good wand per se, but we can give it a try. Give it a try. Give it a try. 1 more reroll. And special ore, chaos crystal, we can make 1. That way. One more reroll. Nah. So these 2 are non-rerolls. These ones, the one we're gonna... Okay, good. Switch back. Switch back. There we go. Bam, bam. Alrighty. On burpins, give me back my money. 68 mil. Let's grab my decent wands. 6 of them, right? Yes. What's the best one? That one's okay. That one's definitely the best. So that'd be at what? That would be 133. This is at 1. Also 33, okay. This is at 134. Technically, that's better. This is at 132. 134, same as that one. And 134, same as that one. So these 3 are the best, followed by these ones. And then this one's the worst. We scrolling! That's right. Let's exchange scrolls. We got 18 of these. We got 39 of these. We got 25 of those. Keep that. 51. $17. Oh, I want the helmet accuracies. Helmet int, even though they're 100%. Overall armor luck, but I will get rid of these. Good, let's go ahead and buy. Trade in scroll vouchers. We want wand. For magic attack, 30%. We can buy 14 of them. We're going to buy 6. Okay, these 3 all have the same stats. And they're all the highest. Bam. A failure. But it's not dead. Put this over here. Bam, a failure, but it's not dead. Okay. Boom. Success. Double success. Okay. Put this down here as something really good. Dead. Dead. No, it's fine. We still have the good one here. I'm killing off the shitty ones. We can throw 5 60% on it. And get a decent wand. Compared to my old one at, what is this? Essentially 99 attack. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. No, this is gonna be way stronger. Huge upgrade. Let's throw... I don't want to boom this guy. So we're gonna throw 60% on it. Wand, 60%. And we need 5 more. Now before that, we're also gonna get some more 30% as well. We can get 5 more 30% as well. Obviously, there is one way this wand is better. It's no longer better unless this one. Or this one. And now I don't think they can be better. Maybe this one can. No, that one can't. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know. So these are no longer good. The good one is now this one. These are all bad now at this point. And that's fine. Okay. 60s. I'm not even watching. I hate watching this. So what I'm doing is I'm covering it up so I can't see if I succeeded or failed. And I can't really hear it, so it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, this is a really godly weapon. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, got it. Understood. I'm never succeeding a scroll again. Got it. I know. That's great. Fuck. Mules get all the best shit. All right, that's fine. It's fine. God damn. Let's see how much harder I hit these fucking dudes with a what? What is it? What's the difference? 99 versus 165. Almost doubling my attack power. Let's see what happens. It doesn't feel that much different. It's about the same. It's about the same. Okay, got it. Understood. Well, I was hoping for like a 60% damage increase, but that didn't happen. That's fine. It's more like a 20% damage increase, maybe. I was thinking something drastic was gonna happen. I was wrong. I'll post this on the Discord, why not? Post this on the Discord. Still was sick. I think it turned out fine. I know there's better ones on Chrono, but the fucking that's probably the best one I've scrolled so far of any weapon, really. Boop, 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 boop. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Do, 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 do. Good luck though. That was a bit of good luck right there, eh? Respond to some dude. I was actively expecting it to be a 0 out of 5, considering my previous luck with scrolling. But hey, whatever. I'm happy with it being actually pretty good. Obviously. How much damage does chain lightning do? Is chain lightning 100% against 8 targets? In which case, doesn't that make chain lightning worse than this skill? Am I wrong? Let me check what Bote posted in the... Updates. Yeah, 100 times 8. Versus 150 times 8. Doesn't that make it worse than Ice Strike? Am I wrong? Obviously, it looks cooler, but it is more likely to hit all 8 targets more consistently because it really is pretty big, but kind of weird to have a skill that is just actively weaker. I think so. At least that's what it says on the Discord under updates for Chain Lightning. I could be wrong. We'll find out when we get there. In fact, we don't even have to find out. I can check it on the fucking thing. Let's see. Chrono story deck. Chrono decks. Here we go. Magician. Wizard Ice Lightning. Scroll down. Thunderbolt. Spell Mastery 60. Spell Attack 80. Plus 20 spell attack. That's wrong. I'm on the wrong one. Archmage Ice Lightning. Here we go. Scroll down. Chain Lightning. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Against one enemy, it does 8 lines, 100 times 8. So it's way better against one enemy. But what is it against multiple enemies? I don't know. It's hard to tell. It doesn't actually tell you here, really. It says spell attack is 220. 1 line against number of enemies. I don't know. It would make it better if it's 220. I don't fucking know. I hope it's 220. Otherwise, there's no reason to use it. Just funky wording, I think. I think it's just funky wording. I feel like it'll be better. I'm sure. Otherwise, Ice Lightning mains would be really complaining in the chat. By the way, if you're new here, don't forget to leave a follow here on Twitch. I'll be there soon. Yeah, this will be the 6th character I've gotten to 120, and then I have to fucking wait for. Then I'll have to fucking wait for more character slots before I can make my next guy, my next duder. I really hope we get more than 1 extra character slot. I'll be very sad if we only get 1 extra character slot. I need at least 2 on every account. 2 extra character slots. I'd very much like it more to be 3 extra character slots in every account. If we can get 6 character slots per account, oh my god. It means I can do all the characters on 2 accounts, except for 1, because I have to save a slot for a run on my other account. This account's gonna have the Paladin and both mages if if, yeah, if we get 6 slots total. Fucking hell. Can't believe that scrolling session was so successful. I cannot believe this fucking wand. Fuck. Gotta scroll this next. Gotta scroll an overall next. I still don't have a good overall. That hat's bad. Scroll some sandals. Finish scrolling a shield and actually get a good shield. I don't know. Figure it out. I'll need fucking a lot of spell traces or whatever they're called. Spell scroll traces. Okay, full inventory again. That's fine. Did I get any good red belly dukes? No, probably not. Nope. Just that one. Fine. You're a current MapleStory player, but man, nothing beats scrolling. So nostalgic. Absolutely. I don't play modern MapleStory because it pisses me off. And Nexon sucks. Apologies, bye-bye. But I really don't like Inkwell. Inkwell is a giant cuck. You know, Inkwell's the dude who came up with cubes, and then also the monetization practice they used for cubes when they were released, which is to say, make it so you can only get them in the cash shop and lock progression behind paywall. An expensive one that's RNG. That was all Inkwell. I don't trust that guy. That guy's a piece of shit. He's only here guiding GMS to help with Nexon's wallet. That is the only reason he's here. So I quit when the first Ride or Die update popped up. I was like, nah, I'm good. You made Iran into you decided to make Iran into a fucking mage for some reason. And then also you're also Inkwell and I don't like you. You're also Inkwell and you suck and I hate you. You're also Inkwell and you suck and I hate you. Okay. It's almost 1 a.m. I almost got to 3 hours. I want to get out of here before the stream goes into an ad. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. If you're new here, don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe if you're on YouTube or a follow here on Twitch. I stream every single day. We'll be back tomorrow morning, probably relatively, well, morning-ish, noonish, probably around noonish, my time, EST, with more Chrono Story very likely, and then also probably a stream tomorrow night that won't be Chrono Story. I usually don't stream Chrono Story at night. But I will be eventually. Oh, fuck. God. Anyway. Thanks for coming, everyone. Have a nice night. I'm going to send you all to someone I know. Don't forget to leave a follow here on Twitch. I'll be back tomorrow. More Chrono Story tomorrow. By the way, make sure if you're on the Discord, check out my Storm Era revamp under suggestions, because I need more people to thumb that finger up that particular thread, so Bote will fix will actually fix Bowman. Can we get that to happen, please? See you guys.